Hello and welcome to the Roughneck Minute, a Movies by Minute podcast where we go over the movie Starship Troopers 1 minute at a time. I'm one of your hosts, Matthew.
And I'm your other host, Johan.
And we're at minute 38. This minute starts with Rico doing a flip, or ending the flip, and ends with Dizzy saying, they'll be friends.
Oh, God.
I know. But hey, Rico makes that flip. And he makes a great looking flip. He completes the flip 6-3 hole.
Yeah. I noticed that. And also in the script, what I noticed was among the four guys that were standing there holding down the defense on there, Katrina was supposed to be one of them. But I guess they took her out because they don't want a guy gunning down a woman. I don't know.
You know, during this whole entire scene, I don't think I've seen another girl besides Dizzy.
Yeah, but it set it up that first Jono was supposed to be on a blue team, and I stated to you earlier that it was off recording, but when they were in the Marauders, Jono was the first one that was captured, and they shut down her Marauder, just gunning her down because she was captured. That's what you do with prisoners, I guess. But it does seem like they took out all the women that would have been shot down during this those war games.
Yeah, the war games in the script, as you were telling me earlier, look like they take a little longer than, this quick little capture the flag that this turns out to be. War games normally do last maybe about 2 to 3 days or something like that, and it's like this whole entire battle over a couple days, which seems like it would have been that in the script as well too, where John had got captured. She states her, oh, I'm captured. Oh, well, here's my cereal, kind of thing.
Yeah, but yeah, in the war games of the script, it goes over 2 days.
Oh, that's cool.
Not just the one that happens in a movie.
It's like, in the movie, it looks like it's a. What is it?
Like a practice exercise.
It's, like a best 2 out of 3 capture the flag practice exercise.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun if you want to do fast kind of stuff, but if they're like training squad kind of dynamics and everything, they should be doing actual war games, this is fun, but this is more like, hey guys, you want to organize a quick capture the flag? Like we used to play in like video games and everything? Let's do that.
Yeah, that's why it seemed like this was more of like an exhibition thing, but not a real war games.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Johnny does complete his flip 6-3 hole, and he blasts the 3 dudes who are holding down that position, and one of them is Ace.
Yep, it's Ace, Breckenridge, and I forget who the other.
It's not Suzumi, is it?
I think it is Suzumi.
Okay. I can't see him. It was a little blurry to me, so. But Rico.
Well, I think it's Shijumi just because there's a familiar laugh.
Okay. Well, yeah, so Rico grabs Ace's gun. He's like, thanks, buddy! And takes his gun, and Ace just calls out to him after he's been shot, bastard! And I do that because he's being electrocuted or something.
Yeah. Would that be considered the first curse word in the movie at the time?
I think so. This movie really doesn't have that many curses, actually.
No, but back then, bastard wasn't something. It was a.
It was one of the. Yeah, it was a bad one.
Yeah, it was one of the bad ones. So that's why I was wondering, like, is this the first cuss word?
I think so. Bastard nowadays has kind of gotten a little more lax because, hey, Game of Thrones is just throwing that stuff around like crazy.
Yeah, you're a bastard, everybody's bastard, bastard.
I'm a bastard, he's a bastard, she's a bastard, we're all bastards, yeah!
Yeah, he's the snow bastard, he's a little bastard. It's like the horrible Spider-Man 3 scene where he's going down the street, pointing at everybody, except every person he points to he's like, bastard, 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 bastard. Okay, so we executed the first cuss word in Starship Troopers.
Yes.
All right. Mark it.
There it is at 5. Actually, I'm sorry, at 37.5.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So, Rico takes the flag. Well, one of the things was when when he took Ace's rifle,
Mhm.
I'm surprised that the rifle wasn't secured around Ace.
That's the thing too, because it is secured around Rico.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
Ace is kind of encumbered by it. He doesn't want to hold on to it like that, and just wants it willy nilly, all loose.
so he's holding it sideways like a like
A
gangster.
gangstar, yeah.
Yeah. No, because I mean it's like you want to make sure it's secured, that way you can get the maximized control over recoil. But I guess he's too good for that.
Or maybe he just unclips it. I actually have a backpack that has a rifle clip on it, and if I did have a rifle, I could attach it to it. But maybe he just like got to it, unclipped it real quick, and then just took it.
I don't know, because it looks like it falls kind of a ways from him.
I guess, I don't know. Like maybe he's just not. Yeah, I guess either he just unclipped it, or honestly, in more Ace kind of like, I guess, fashion, it probably just wouldn't be attached to him at all. Ace is just holding it.
Yeah, I guess.
So go ahead.
At 37:15, there's something here that you mentioned to me.
Well, before that, Rico goes on his little tirade with the 2 guns. He shoots down 2 on the left, and then he turns to the right and shoots 3 on the right.
Yeah.
And then he runs up the ramp. And yes, at 37:14 or 15, yes, Rico has a swampy butt.
Yeah.
His butt, both cheeks on both sides of his butt are wet. Now, whether this is from landing on something wet or sitting in something wet, who knows? But we get a nice view if you guys are following along, minute by minute like we are. 37:14 is when you first see it. 37:15 is it continues on. Wet butt.
Yeah. Wet butt all the way up the ramp.
It's probably uncomfortable. Honestly, having wet pants, especially in that area, or like wet socks, is the worst feeling ever.
Oh, yeah.
Comparable to having either a paper cut or chapped lips. Call back to the last episode.
So, in the movie, Rico takes that flag, he waves it around, and he plants it on the ground, or like just holds it. He's very proud of himself. In the script, he throws the flag like a spear, like just like, get this out of here, like totally Matamo, no. But yeah, he in the script he throws the flag away.
That's awesome. Like I could imagine that, like he would just throw the spear, like throw it like a spear, and it sticks in something, goes boing.
Yeah. So, it pans out a little bit after that moment, and you realize they're running this whole exhibition, right next to the bunks.
Yep, that's one of the things I was wondering about that too.
Pup tents and everything, like that's why I always wondered, like, is it the gun that's providing feedback or the harness the whole time? That's why I've been mentioning it. It's because any stray shot could hit them.
Yeah, go ahead.
But then when it hit that wall, it had some sparks and everything, so it had some force behind that shot. So this is not the best place to run an exercise like that.
No, it's not. Especially if, like, hey, someone's sick in there, or someone like has stuff inside their little pup tent, and yeah, a stray shot goes through that pup tent. If it does, and yeah, it blows up their stuff or messes with their stuff, it's not a good idea to have your exercise that may cause harm to recruits or buildings or anything else right behind a place where people sleep.
Yeah, because maybe there's somebody there. He's just like sitting up, listening to this exercise that's right near him, but his sergeant put his tent right next to it, gets hit in the eye. All of a sudden, he doesn't need LASIK anymore. He's like, hey, my eyesight is fixed.
That's not how LASIK works.
But yeah, so when it panned out, I was just like, oh my God, there's people living there.
So that kind of continues on into the live fire exercise too, because I think it's this exact same thing for that
Yeah.
one as well too. But
And the
we'll get
live
to
fire exercise, it's a live fire exercise.
but we'll get to that when we get to that. I mean,
Okay.
but this is the beginning of it, showing how flippant. Again, I think that the whole entire Federation is run by Carmens.
Yeah. So at this point, Zim mentions to Bronsky, let's see what we can do with a squad. So this is the point where Rico gets promoted.
He gets promoted to squad leader.
Yep. There was something that I mentioned earlier was the War Games was 2 days instead of just this one little exercise. And it's because in the second day, they actually do altitude drops.
Oh, cool.
So they're in the skimmer, which I guess is supposed to look like the drop ships that are used when they first invade Klendathu.
Mm-hmm.
But right as Rico's about to jump, Zim tells you, "I'm making you squad leader," and then he like goes out the door.
Have fun.
Yeah, squad leader, now go. But yeah, it's in the second day where he finds out he's squad leader, not necessarily in the bunk, but it's kind of off camera when you find out, or when Rico finds out that he's going to be squad leader.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, so the scene changes. Rico is happy as a clam with his new squad pin. And you hear Ace and Kitten, just, mulling around. Actually, Ace calls Kitten Kitty at one point, which I kind of find funny. Like they just lean into that, Kitten name. Actually, I paused it at one point during my, watch through of this, and kind of that kind of, lower lip, like kind of looking kind of sad, but actually kind of surprised look that people do sometimes give, like that, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Rico's doing that to his squad pin while cleaning it a little bit. So he's going, but like looking like kind of smug at it a little bit too.
Yeah.
So,
but I guess like other than the fact he's really proud of himself, I think he's in his mind, he's like, I can't wait to tell Carmen all about this.
Oh, I can't wait to tell anyone but Carmen about this.
Yeah. But there was one thing I noticed was the pool table was the number 11 ball. It looks like there's two of them at a certain point. In the screen, it's shown to be in like the bottom right of the screen. And then later on, you see it kind of rotating towards the right side of the screen. First it goes to front of, like when Ace is looking at the pool table, it's on his left side.
Yeah.
And then when he turns his back to the pool table, it's on his left side again. But it made me start to think that maybe during the filming of this, like it wasn't necessarily continuity error, I think. But I think it's because Ace was actually playing the entire time. But there wasn't enough time for him to actually take a shot to try and hit the 11 ball before they turn around to look at Johnny. But who knows? Because I don't even know if he was going stripes or solids on this. So who knows where that 11 ball came from? But it seemed like there was two of them.
Yeah, definitely moving stuff around like that is horrible nightmare on a DP, especially because you have to line up these shots exactly for continuity. So at this point, they're thinking, hey, the scene's about Rico. No one's going to pay attention or scrutinize this movie minute by minute. And we're just going to let Jake Busey play pool. He's going to just throw some stuff around there. Don't move this ball, Jake. Move this ball. That's fine. You can move this ball, but try not to hit any other balls.
Yeah.
But the scene actually changes and looks at Ace and Kitten, and Kitten says, "Look at him! Look at him! Have you ever seen someone so proud of himself?" And there's actually, you told me about this too, but I noticed it as well too. There's two recruits behind them, also pointing at Rico. Like the dude is like kind of showing it, like pointing with his thumb, and the girl's like, "Yeah, Rico."
Yeah, it's like it looks like they're actually like taking jabs at him. They're like, God, look at him.
Yeah.
What a moron.
Ace does say, well, he's kind of upset. Well, I don't know if he's upset, but he's like, he's not squad leader. So he's whatever. Well, you know what? I guess Zim needed to find someone to be his brown nose, is what he says.
Yeah, because in the script, right after Johnny jumps from the skimmer, Ace is next in line, and he scowls because he hears that Johnny is now the squad leader, not him.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So
he doesn't look too hard up on it. He's just making fun of Johnny at this point.
yeah, well, it's obviously not until a later minute that he comes to terms with Johnny's placement. But at this point, I think he's just throwing like some barbs at him because he still wants to be squad leader.
Yeah, he really does. And the fact that Rika kind of has it now, I mean, he may understand and also like feel a little bit better about it too now that like this weight is off his shoulders. Just because like if I'm like in a leader position, I know that if that position is taken away from me or I no longer have it, I rest a little easier now that I don't have to worry about it, you know?
Yeah.
But we also see another product placement behind them. AT&T.
Oh yeah.
Their communications is AT&T.
It's weird that it's just in place here in the actual bunk.
Yeah, like like everyone can see you talking to someone. They don't have like a call facility or anything like that. Like every squad has their own billet. They have their own, communication screen on that billet as well too.
No, I mean like so they can have the screen to maybe put up announcements or see news, and then they have their own personal communication. But it's just in front of the troops they would post a sponsor.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not really a sponsor. It's just Federal Communications, or Federal
Right.
Communique sponsored by or brought to you by AT&T.
Yeah, I forgot there was a story at my work before the company I worked for before they got purchased by AT&T. When they finally did, they put up the AT&T logo into places, and a lot of the graphic designers they started to superimpose the Death Star onto the AT&T logo
I remember that.
with the same blue and white.
You just cut out a little bit of a circle or something to make that the laser or the weapon.
But yeah, so no, but it wasn't until you came up close to it that you see all these little tiny lines in between to shape out the Death Star. But they were all over the building, and no one noticed that. Like, was higher management.
That's the best tape.
Yeah, so it was one of the things that was really funny about where I worked at the time.
But yeah, after Ace gives him a little bit of a jab, calling him a brown noser, he turns and leans heavily into Dina Meyer.
Yeah,
And looks at her. God, and so I actually told Johan this off screen as well too. But this scene is, I think, Dina Meyer's prettiest. She looks amazing in this scene.
the kind of must hair, but not must up. It's just a little bit.
She looks like she needs someone to move that hair behind her ear for her, and I wish I could be that guy to move that hair behind her ear.
Yeah, don't start. But yeah, this is Dina Meyer, one of Dina Meyer's prettiest moments in the screen.
Definitely. I mean, she has those. I'm looking at it right now. I pulled it up specifically for this so I can look at her face, and I'm going to be posting this.
37.49.
I'm actually at 37.50. So
okay, I'm at 37.49.
Same thing, pretty much. But yeah, she has those hazel eyes, and I'm actually be posting this as the episode picture.
I have no problems with that.
I don't either. And come fight me if you do have a problem with that, because she is gorgeous. But he leans into her and says, "Hey, you know what? I couldn't have done that without you. Can we be friends?"
That heartbreak. Right at 37.57, you can see the point where her heart breaks.
Yeah, she like blinks a little bit and thinks about it, smiles half-heartedly a little bit, but she kind of is like, you know what? This is the best I'm going to get. And she shakes his hand and says friends. But that's when that minute ends. But let's just take a second And look at Dina Meyer smile. That little dimple right there. Oh, she's so adorable.
I know.
That cute little nose and those perfect little lips. And I'm falling in love. I need to go talk to my wife real quick and see if she can dress up as Dina Meyer.
Oh my god, that part just kind of breaks me.
Oof.
It breaks me because he breaks her heart again.
Yeah, but the thing is, too, I think at this point it's broken so many times that she's like, what's another? And whatever, I'm fine with it now.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, guys, that's where that minute ends. These past 2 minutes have been really quick, actually.
Yeah, this sucks. I feel like I've been broken up with.
I'm a little emotional right now, too. I got a little bit of a teary-eyed going on right now.
Oh my god!
A little bit. I don't know why.
I need to stand by the freeway and huck rocks at cars right now.
Oh my goodness! Do you want to say anything else about this minute at all?
No, I'm heartbroken.
It's okay, Johan. We can go play Overwatch if you want.
All right, I guess.
Do you want to play Overwatch? Do you want an ice cream?
No, yeah, ice cream would be nice.
Okay, champ, let's go.
All right, ice cream's nice.
Yeah,
can I get a little topping on it?
Of course.
Thanks.
Where can they find you on?
You guys can find me on Instagram at j-d-d-a-s-h-d26. It's the same as my Twitch. And my Twitter's OMG, it's Johan.
And you guys can find me at AltTabMatt pretty much anywhere on the internet, from Instagram, Twitter, to Twitch, or any other social media that I may be on. Heck, I don't know. I may be on LinkedIn as AltTabMatt. I have no clue. Come find me, you career shorties. But you can follow the show at The Roughneck Min, M-I-N, on Twitter as well, too. You can go to our website, theroughneckminute.podbean.com, to look at any of our old show notes or old shows. Or you can also follow us at the Roughneck Minute Billet on Facebook to continue the conversation and talk about your love for Dina Meyer, especially in this scene. Please go ahead and subscribe, rate, and review us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or YouTube. We're actually up on all 4 of those networks right now. We would really enjoy a 5-star review if you deem us a 5-star podcast. I think we are, but I'm biased. It's like, this podcast is my baby, and it cannot be ugly because I love it.
Yeah.
But I've been one of your hosts, Matthew.
I've been your other host, Johan.
And we'll see you on the Bounce Troopers.